Ladies and gentlemen, the booth here with you. Not live, but pretty close to live. We thought we'd do a post Super Bowl reaction, and we all knew this was going to be one of two ways: complete, unbridled joy, or dejection and defeat. Unfortunately, it is the latter. Dave, I know it's going to be tough for you. I know it stings, but tell me your thoughts on the Super Bowl. I know your overarching thoughts, but just what do you got in you?
I think obviously it's not ideal to have your boys go on a magical run and then have the magical run be 3 points short and 1 game short. But the thing that was biting us in the ass all year finally came back to roost. You know what I mean? You don't give Burrow enough time in that last bit of the game. He has to step up right away, back into pressure. That's what you're going to get, right? We knew guys like Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, they would get there. You just hope it didn't shape the game, and unfortunately it's just one game too many. Pushed our luck one too many times, right? But it's impressive that team got there from where they started. That team gave an entire city, an entire state, an entire fan base hope from absolute dejection for years and years after 6 wins, you know what I mean, in the last 2 years. Burrow's going to bring us back. We have a lot of cap, and we're going to get an O-line. We'll get, a little bit of help on some other spots that we might be lacking a bit, especially that O-line. And we're going to be back. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but you know what I mean? It's memory. Burrow is the kind of guy who's going to take that personal, and he's going to come back angry, looking to embarrass teams again. So, it's tough. You hate to see some of the penalties late, but you can't blame a game on penalties. Yeah. So we just didn't make enough plays, get enough blocks at the end there. But that's hope, man. It's hope. I don't think this is the last time we'll be there, but it's nice to have the boys at my crib watching the game. It was a good night. Just came up a little short at the end there.
Yeah, that's the thing too is this is Joe Burrow's first year starting a full season, and you guys are in the Super Bowl and you came up a field goal short against a team that literally gave every draft pick to go all in for this year. So yeah, I think you'll be back. Rich, your thoughts on the game?
Well, it was a good game. It didn't have the outcome we were all hoping for in this house. We had invested our lives in the Bengals for the past month, and it hurts. Some of us years. But there's a lot of Rams players on that team that we've been wanting to see get their Super Bowl for so long. I know, Dave, you can appreciate Andrew Whitworth, guy who's been in this league forever, hasn't got his Super Bowl. Former Bengal, now has his ring after winning the NFL's most prestigious award this week too, the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Great to see that for him. Carv, you can really appreciate Eric Weddle getting his. That's great. Von Miller getting another. That's great for him too. Just not the outcome we were all hoping for, but a Rams team with a lot to like. I know coming into this postseason, a shared thought for a lot of people, I think, was this Rams team is a team that people want to see go all the way, and this Rams-Bengals matchup was a matchup a lot of people wanted to see in this Super Bowl.
Yeah, plus Matt Stafford. I think we talked about it on the actual podcast this week. If you haven't listened, go back and listen. Or, doesn't matter now, I guess. Or watch on YouTube. But this was the one team it felt like the Rams matched up against that they didn't wear the white hat. Everyone was almost rooting against the Rams. But now that the game's all said and done, obviously devastated for our boy Dave. And yeah, we've been on the bandwagon for a month. Rallied and unified everyone. Game's over. Looking back, yeah, Weddle, Stafford, Aaron. Name a more deserving player than Aaron Donald. Jalen Ramsey's got a ring now. A lot of guys. Whitworth, 40 years old, playing tackle. Tough to see it go down that way, but like you said, you guys are for sure going to be back. And, yeah, Burrow, I mean, he's going to take this personally. Like, I think, Rich, you said it, not too long ago. This is his first playoff loss in his football career. Like, I don't think he seems like a guy who doesn't want to get used to losing. So, yeah, I think you guys, you're going to invest some of that money in the O-line and, maybe a few pieces in the secondary or whatever and build back, get back. And now you guys have playoff experience. You went to Arrowhead, beat the Chiefs, went to Tennessee, beat the Titans, and you led until some, flags didn't go the way you want, and that's that. But I think all in all, a great game.
It was a great game.
One of the better Super Bowls I can remember.
Up there with my favorites for sure. Maybe my favorite Super Bowl that I've watched.
Like if you take the Bengals out of it, this is just a great game. Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I thought about it at the end there. It was the exact score I predicted, 23-20. It just went the other way, right? Tough, right? And I had a feel for what this game was going to be. I just thought it would be Burrow instead of Stafford
Doing the drive.
to Jamar Chase with the drive at the end, right? That was my feel for this game. So I was correct in what I thought would happen. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm going to give Matt Stafford his flowers because all week I said this guy's just going to give the ball over to us. Yep. And he's going to lose because of it. And he still did. But that's what you do when you have, you know what I mean? You're a winning team. You got the clutch in you. You throw, you know what I mean? You hit Cooper Kupp late and you fucking get the drive. You get the touchdown and that's it, right? And then, like I said, you don't have blocking. Joe Burrow's, sorry, man, it's done. But like I said, I got to give those Rams their flowers for pulling it off in the biggest moment because that's the thing that Mahomes couldn't do. Derek Carr couldn't do it. Ryan Tannehill couldn't do it, right? I mean, that's not saying much for Tannehill himself, but the rest of those guys couldn't do it against this defense, and it was Matt Stafford who did. So, I mean, kudos to him, but we'll see him next year.
I think also, I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and mixing, your offense has been so explosive and great that it almost overshadowed for a while, was it the divisional against Tennessee? That was 9 sacks is a lot. I think he got sacked 7 or 8 times in this one, which is tied for the most or the single most in Super Bowl history. That is still a problem, but, I mean, Joe's been able to overcome it so many times. But I also, just so it doesn't go unnoticed here, the talking point for so many people leading up to this was, oh, man, yeah, if you have Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase, okay, what's Joe going to do? He takes him out. Jalen Ramsey got torched 3 separate times for 20 yards. One of them, there was potentially a missed call. We don't know. We weren't, couldn't see it. But there was one play to begin with. Jamar Chase made an unbelievable catch for 50 yards or something. T. Higgins had a 75-yard touchdown. And then I believe Jamar Chase cooked him again there. So you went up against the best corner in football, almost undebatably, and did damage in the biggest game of the year. That's got to be something for the confidence factor. Yeah. But
said they're young, man. They're young.
Joe Burrow's 23, Jamar's 21.
Yeah, I mean it's the whole team, right? It's not just our offense is really young. Our defense is a bit older, but our old age defensive players are 28, right? This isn't. Yeah, this isn't. This is a team that can come back together. We got lots of guys under contract still, a couple extra pieces, and we're same place next year, right?
Well, and like you said, I think just looking it up on Sport Track here, I think you guys have the 4th most projected cap next year. So get some key pieces and run it back. Hopefully it goes the other way. Rich, final thoughts?
I think one thing to talk about too is that final drive by the Rams and Cooper Kupp. That final drive got him that Super Bowl MVP award. Mm-hmm. He had a good game leading up. He had key catches, but that drive really put him on notice for that award, and a well-deserved award. I think another guy that could have got it was Aaron Donald. That defensive line really turned it up in the second half, and all ended on a key stop by Aaron Donald on 4th down, 4th and 1 for the Bengals, and that's how she ended, and that's all she wrote.
That's That is all she wrote, unfortunately. Dave, any final thoughts about this Super Bowl? I know it's fresh. I know it's tough, but
I mean, after being in the doghouse for so long, the Bengals are back. I mean, not even back; they're here. The Bengals are here, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, nobody expected it to be here anyways. This season's always going to be magic. The season that brought everybody back to the Bengals. Why we love this team. Yeah, let it sink in, and then we're gonna reload, man. Every Super Bowl has a team that loses, right? But hey, watch out for Cincinnati.
I think that's the one thing I was thinking of too. You said earlier is like, if this was roles reversed, Stafford's turning 34, he's expensive. Von Miller's getting older. All this stuff. If they lose this exact same game, all of a sudden it's, are they gonna be back? Like, you guys, you're young. You're all under contract. Like, you already made it here. Like you said, no one thought you were gonna be here. Why? You're going to be in and out of the Super Bowl in contention for the next 10 to 15 years as long as you have number 9 back there. But that is all she wrote. This is fresh off the 23-20 Rams Super Bowl victory. Who day, though? I mean, who day that united our group, that united a country, united the entire world, it felt like, behind Joe Shiesty, and I do think they will be back, but it didn't go the way we wanted. But those are our immediate thoughts after the Super Bowl. I'm sure we'll talk about it later in the week. As always, subscribe at the Booth EC on Instagram and Twitter. We got links to our merch. We got links to our YouTube on there. We have all our stuff on there. We're posting every day, so don't miss it. We appreciate you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and talk to you soon.